Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlicker, shills, debts, lacers, peasants, vassals, minions, meat sacks, mother-in-laws. I'm Useful Idiot. Welcome. And let's go to the USA and talk about the fact that Michelle Obama's mom is finally moving out of the White House. And I was curious about that. I've been curious about that for a while because I know that she moved in when the Obamas moved in 8 years ago. And initially it was kind of temporary, and they were going to see how she liked it. And wow, yeah, I'm sure she liked it. So she's apparently been living there 8 years, and I know that because I was just reading a story about the Obamas are moving into a new home afterwards in Washington D.C. And Michelle Obama's mother will be moving there with them as well. So Barack Obama's a lucky man to be having his mother-in-law be living with him for the last 8 years and continue living with him after he's out of the White House. But I'd wondered if there's any precedent, so I looked it up, and sure enough, the articles pointed out that Eisenhower and Truman both apparently had their mothers or their mothers-in-laws living at the White House. And there are a few precedents, but it's fairly unusual. But the other part of the story that bothered me that I'm not sure if anyone is connected to is the fact that all these vacations that the Obamas go on, old Mama Obama goes on these trips as well. And I noticed that in a couple articles that they mentioned that she was going along, and I assume that she goes along on all of them. Apparently she caused quite a ruckus at the hotel when they stayed in China. So anyway, I hate to be picky about it, but it kind of annoys me. But I thought about it. Of course, I guess if I had my mom, if I was president of the United States, I don't know, maybe or maybe not, I would have had my mom move into the White House with me, or my dad. I think having my dad move into the White House with me would have been cool. But I don't know. It just kind of bugs me a little bit that Michelle Obama's mom has been living on taxpayer money for the last 8 years in the White House with extra Secret Service, and the chef's got an extra meal to cook. Although I guess she's been spending a lot of time looking after the kids. So maybe they save on daycare. So maybe it evens out. They might have had to have a Secret Service guy, or maybe Hillary Clinton could have been a nanny and taking care of Obama's kids. But no, they had grandma do it. And so I guess that kind of makes sense. So maybe the taxpayer ended up doing all right on that deal. But like I said, it just kind of rubbed me a little bit the wrong way. And but now she's moving out, so she's going to be living the high life still, living with Michelle and Barack in Washington, D.C., just at a different address. And boy, there you have it. See you later, Mom. I'm a Useful Idiot. Don't you be one too.